Hi everyone, welcome back. It's funny, the last few weeks it seems to be everyone having meatball issues. It's a meatball crisis. My brother called me, two of my other friends have called me that I think they've been all trying to make meatballs at the same time, and they've been complaining that meatballs have been very hard, even when they're included in sauce and they're simmering in sauce. So I decided to make this video to show them this is how I make my meatballs. I always love them, they always love them because they know they're nice and soft and tender without falling apart. So let's get started. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to make two things. We're going to make pasta with meatball. We have tomato puree, we have diced onions, we have approximately half a pound of ground pork, 1 pound of ground beef. We have approximately 3/4 of an Italian bread, diced very big. As you can see, these are nice big chunks. They're not small, and I'll tell you the reasons why later. We have grated cheese, we have eggs. We also have some homemade breadcrumbs that my mother gave me, just in case we make the liquid, the mix a little too liquidy. That's the only time I use any breadcrumb. Olive oil, of course. We have basil, some mint, and some parsley. And the only other thing we're gonna need is some chopped garlic, oregano, pepper, and of course, some salt. So those are all of the ingredients that you're gonna need, and let's start making meatballs. Okay, so let's start with the sauce, the first thing, because we want the sauce to simmer just a little bit. I'm gonna turn on my trusty hood because we don't want the house smelling like fried garlic and fried onion. Perfecto. Okay, so let's start our flame. What I'm doing is I'm putting everything in a high flame right now. We're going to add approximately 1/4 cup of olive oil. I know it's a lot of olive oil, but there's a reason why. What I'm doing, since I'm making meatballs and I'm also making tomato sauce, I've decided to saute all of the onions and as well as the garlic all at the same time. This will save me time instead of doing it separately, because in the meatballs, one thing I really like is to place sauteed onion and garlic in the meatballs, not raw. This will give it a little bit of sweeter taste because of the caramelization of the onions. So let's get started with the mixture of our meatballs. Let me get my bowl. Okay. I have 2 bowls, one for my mixture. This bowl, I'm going to add my bread, okay, with approximately 3/4 cup of water, just regular tap water. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just soak my 3/4 cup, soak my bread for a few minutes. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start. We have our ground beef. We have our ground pork. Now what we're going to do is, while the bread is soaking, we're going to chop some herbs. What I like to do is parsley. And this is going to be about 1/4 cup of parsley. And that's it, just chop it. I don't like to chop it too fine. I still like the taste of the parsley when I get a little bite of the parsley. And remember, this is all going to cook, so no worries if you feel that it's going to be too thick. Or if you like, you can definitely do it much thinner. Okay, so this is one. About 1/4 cup of parsley. Okay. Here's a little trick about my meatballs. I don't use much, but I do like to use a little bit of mint in my meatballs, because what that does, it gives a really great fresh fragrance and really great flavor as well. So not too much. This is about maybe 1 tablespoon of chopped mint. And I know sometimes people don't have fresh mint or fresh herbs and spices at home. I always love the fresh herbs and spices, but you can use the dry spices, remember, you use the dry spices, it's not going to be the same. It is going to be really good, but it's not going to be the same as using a fresh herbs and spices. Okay, so here we are. Perfect. This is starting. As you can see, it's starting to caramelize a little bit, which is really great. The whole idea is to have the onions and the garlic saute all at the same time. It's quite all right because we're going to be making the meatballs and we're going to make the sauce. So the sauce is going to be in the same pan. I trust the spoon holder. I can't make a mess because if I make a mess, I'm the one that have to clean it up. Well, actually, Ron does the cleanup, but I help sometimes. Okay, so let's continue. What we have is approximately half of a cup of grated cheese. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'd like to start with only a 3/4 cup of water. But you see, it's still very dry, so now I add more water. You can actually take up to a cup and a half. So I add another quarter. The tad more, so I actually use the total of about 1.25 cups, which this is perfect. As you can see, it's still lumpy, and it's great because that's what's going to give it the consistency and the softness of the meatball. So here we go. We have the bread, perfect. Wow, it's going to be great. So let me wash my hands. Making sure that this is not burning. Oh wow, look at this. It's caramelizing, sauteing really, really well. This is almost ready. Okay, let's add this back. Okay, we're going to add some salt. Okay, some pepper. And a little bit of oregano. Perfect. This is all ready. As you can see, it's nicely caramelized. It's really great. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take half of this mixture and add it to our meatball mixture right here. Perfect. So now we have this for the sauce. We put this back on the fire, our tomatoes. And don't worry, I'm going to have all of the exact measurements of ingredients on the recipe, so you don't have to worry about that. On here, we're going to add salt, a little bit of oregano, and black pepper. This is a pinch of each. That's up to you, depending how spicy you want it. You could also add some red pepper flakes if you like your sauce a little spicy. And this is really it. What we're going to do now, this here, is take some basil. Okay, beautiful basil. Just rinse it off a little bit. This is all clean already, so but I just like to rinse it off before I put it in my food. Okay. Wow. Again, the basil, I don't cut it too small, so I definitely like the flavor of the basil. Okay, this is perfect. This is the sauce, that's all it takes. I don't like to put too many ingredients in the sauce because it actually loses its tomato flavor. Then you're just gonna taste garlic and you'll taste onion, or a lot of people put all of the powdered onions, the powdered garlic. It only takes a couple of minutes for you to chop garlic. So use all fresh stuff, including the onion. Just use all fresh ingredients. Trust me, it will be well worth it when you taste it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put it on a small flame and just leave it there and just let it simmer. What I'm going to start doing is the only thing I need to add to here is our eggs. So let's get our frying pan. I'm going to put my biggest flame, but I'm going to put it on low. And we're going to put, again, about 1/4 cup of olive oil. Mixed enough. And we're going to add the eggs. Okay. Okay, so I have 4 eggs in there. That's all I'm going to put. So here I am. First I'm going to mix it with the trusty spatula or spoon. Okay. And wow. I mean, it really smells great already. Just like this, it smells great. Okay, that's perfect. So what I'm going to do is, now I have mostly mixed, so I'm going to mix it by hand now. And all you do is just squeeze your hand. That's it. Okay, that looks good. Okay, here we are. Okay, this is perfect. So here's what we're going to do. The sauce is simmering. I'm going to make sure it's all to the lowest. Okay, I'm going to raise my heat on my olive oil a little bit to like a medium low. And what I'm going to do is, let me get a dish for my meatballs. So now, just be very, very careful, because what you don't want is when you're stirring the tomato sauce, you don't want to get any liquid in your oil, because that's the worst thing you can do. So the tomato sauce is at the lowest. As you can see, it's still steaming, which is great, and the oil is getting hot. So here we go. The meatballs, you can make the meatballs as big or as small as you like. You notice that these are very soft. It's okay. Wow. I tell you, if you can smell this, it smells really great. Just even raw. But once it's cooked, it's going to be even better. Okay, as you can see, the sauce is still simmering really great. Wow, it smells so good. The meatballs smell really good. And remember, we still have to make pasta. So what I like to do is make all of my meatballs first. Let them simmer. While this is simmering, it's going to be at the lowest temperature simmering. We're going to make our pasta. So then all we have to do is just drain the pasta, mix it with a little bit of sauce, and place the meatballs. So here's one thing I've done. And you're probably wondering, why are you making 1.5 pounds of ground meat with all of these meatballs? But I only make the mixture once, to be used 2 or 3 times even. While my meatballs are cooking, okay, let me get my trusty tongs, and I'm going to turn. Wow, look at this, they look great. Okay. Now I want them cooked on all sides. They still feel soft, but as you can see, the part that's cooked, it's a little bit dense already. So that's fine. That's perfect. How easy is that? Okay, so again, I'm going to roll my meatballs to make sure that as much as possible is cooked. I tell you, it smells so good. Okay. All right. And it's okay. I'm going to put the other meatballs in here right now so they can start cooking. Okay, the meatballs are ready. We can place them in our sauce. I already have the water for our pasta, which is starting to simmer. So let's place them in the sauce. Now remember, I have this sauce on simmer, on the lowest possible simmer for the past 10 minutes. Now this is, you remember how soft they were? Now look how firm they are. And it's okay, that's exactly what we want. So we're gonna place them all in here. Oh my God, if you could smell them, this is good. And I know Ron is making me a signal to cut one already. And no, we can't do that, we gotta wait. Because we've had these meatballs right out of here. We cook them a little bit longer, and without even putting them in the sauce. They are absolutely delicious. Okay, all of our meatballs are all in. Everybody in the pool. So now remember, take this and put it in your sink. Remember, this is hot oil. Put it in your sink or put it someplace that's safe, that you're not going to mistakenly touch it. My meatballs are simmering really. Oh my God, they smell so good. And it's okay to taste now. This is the time that making sure that we add enough salt to the tomato sauce. Okay, let's taste that. Oh my God, absolutely perfect. Doesn't need anything. It's absolutely perfect. We have our water boiling for the pasta, and we're going to add our pasta. We're going to make linguini. Okay? And just make sure that you add the pasta as it gets softened and you move it inside. And then you need to turn it right away. Because if you don't turn it immediately, it starts to adhere to each other and you're going to have a lumpy pasta. We've cooked our pasta for approximately 12 minutes, and that's all you really need to cook it, because what we don't want is to overcook pasta. I've just shut off my meatballs. They've been simmering for the past 20 minutes, 22 minutes, and they're ready. Now I'm going to strain the pasta, my trusty strainer, right into my sink. Okay. Wow, this looks so good. Okay, just be careful always. Do not want you to burn yourself. Okay. And we're going to use the same pot to mix our pasta. Put the pasta back. Okay. All of the flames are all off. All of the heat is off. Okay. What we're going to do is, let me get a spoon. And wow, this looks so good. Let's just get some sauce right in here. Wow, this looks so good. Oh my God, the meatballs are already falling apart. They're so good. Okay, we have, let's see, what we're going to do is a little bit of a grated cheese. I don't like to put too much sauce when I'm mixing the pasta, because remember, we're going to add sauce after that. Okay? That's it. It's as simple as this. You should not be afraid of the kitchen. A lot of people think the kitchen is such a big, scary thing, but it's not. See how easy it is to make meatballs and pasta? Wow, this looks so good. So let's plate some. This looks so good. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Okay. Let me take a little bit more sauce. And basil leaf, and this is it. Linguini with meatballs. How easy was it to make? And again, this kitchen is not a scary place. Try it. You make mistakes, it's okay. Do it over. And even your mistakes sometimes come out absolutely delicious. This is how easy it was. It's absolutely delicious. Now, moment of truth, I'm gonna try it. Look how soft, firm, but yet how soft the meatballs are. They are, as you can see, they're fully cooked and they are very soft but firm.
It's hot.
Oh my God. Absolutely amazing. Do you want to try it? Make it. We'll see you next time. Okay, before we go, what I'd like to show you is Ron, a few weeks ago, made giardiniera. It is absolutely delicious. The pickled vegetables, there's peppers, there's fennel, there's carrots, there's jalapeno, there's celery, there's olives, there's cauliflower, there's so many vegetables. And I tell you, we made 12 jars. There's only 2.5 left. We actually gave away some to our family and our friends, but we have 2.5 jars left. They're absolutely delicious. And that's gonna be a video that's coming up. We're also, tomorrow, we're going to make some really simple pizza at home with even some of the leftover ingredients. You'll see it's gonna be delicious. So don't be afraid of the kitchen. Wanna try it? Make it. We'll see you next time.